place or witness something that may pose a danger to yourself or others, please scan this code and fill out the brief Google form. All reports are anonymous. You can also let any of our conference staff know directly. Thank you for helping us make this a great conference. Let's get started. This year, we are excited to welcome our keynote panel of industry experts to the stage who will help us experience the difference that Deca makes through direct connections to industry leaders. Please come to the stage as you are introduced. Gage Donovan, Director of Account Services at Johnson Media Group and co-founder of Change the Culture. Taylor Metcalf, Financial Advisor at Country Financial. Brianne Nelson, owner at Lakeside Wellness. Ben Beeson, District Manager at Fastenal. James Elvidge, owner at Elvidge Enterprises. Dr. Leonard Stecklin, owner at Stecklin Group and partner and president at Whole Earth, a tribal entity. Zach Spohn, co-founder of Change the Culture. John Kraus, sales manager at Horizontal Talent. Please join me in welcoming our panel. To start off, we would like each of us to tell us who you are, your current company, and your role.
Great. Well, excited to be here, everybody. My name is Gage Donovan. I'm currently the Director of Account Services at Johnson Media Group, media organization that does everything from TV ads, outdoor placements, streaming TV, radio, everything like that.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Metcalf. I'm an agency owner with Country Financial. Country Financial, we do all things insurance and financial planning for our clients.
Hey guys, Brianne Nelson. I'm the owner of Lakeside Wellness. I'm pretty much like your healthy coffee shop in the community, being more involved with all community aspects that are available.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zach Spohn. I am a co-founder and co-operator of a nonprofit with Gage down at the end there, and I'm also currently a law student. I'm a 2.0 at St. Thomas.
My name is Ben Hasen. I'm the district sales manager for Fastenal. We are a company that sells into industry products that they need to build the products they make. Thank you.
Hey everybody, happy to be here. My name is John Crow, sales manager at Horizontal Talent, an IT and marketing consulting firm here located in the Twin Cities. We also have locations around the US and overseas.
Well, my name is Dr. Leonard Stokman, and I go by Lenny. Really what I do is I have a few businesses I actually run, and the two primary businesses is Stokman Investment Group. We have different investments, and we also do a couple different programs where we have Stokman Associates Multimedia. We help small media businesses grow and develop online and harvest data for them and bring them to the next level. The second thing I also do is I have a company where we actually go out and produce naturopathic holistic products, and we private label them for different companies all around the world. So that's what I do.
James Elvidge, owner of Elvidge Enterprises. Kind of like Lenny, I do a few things. I'm an entrepreneur here. Constitutes a rental business that I have going on, and then I also do training consulting. And this is usually a surprise to individuals. I didn't realize John didn't know this today, but I'm also a mechanic by trade, so on the weekends I do a little dabbling there. Following my passions, I love it, I couldn't be happier.
Wonderful. What was your personal journey to this professional role, and how did you get there? We'll start with Gage.
Well, going back a little bit, framing around the Deca journey here, as a 7-year Deca member, really participated throughout every opportunity that was available at the chapter level in leadership, state level here, and internationally as well, which really set me on the right path forward as I got into the workforce. I actually had a number of different internship opportunities as I was still attending college, which really allowed me to get job opportunities with then a few different companies down the line here. Now I've gotten where I am. So it was really a strong opportunity here that Deca presented and gives you a leg ahead compared to the competition.
I first dipped my toes in the water as a cold caller. My career counselor when I was going to college, she told me, hey, we have an opening at the State Farm office. It's not going to be fun work, but it gets your foot in the door. And that's what all of my teachers and everyone was saying, hey, you just got to get your foot in the door. So I did that. It's not fun, but it definitely taught you different skill sets. I did that for a few months, grinded my teeth on it. My boss liked what I was doing. He asked if I wanted to come on full time, hold appointments with clients, bring on new clients and everything. I did that for another about 2.5 years or so and realized, hey, I don't want to work for someone else and have that ceiling on my income. I was the highest producing person in his agency, but I just didn't feel like I was getting paid for it. Didn't get to make certain decisions that I wanted to make. So then I started looking around. That's when I found Country Financial. My career with them has mostly been in the agency ownership role. I did take a 2.5-year stint as a regional manager over in Appleton, Wisconsin. Realized that, again, corporate wasn't quite my thing. I wanted to control over my schedule and how I grow my business. I didn't want my success to be kind of on the backs of other people in my region. So then last July, 2 Julys ago, we moved back to Minnesota and got back into the agency ownership role.
My journey is kind of similar to Gage. I'm a long time Deca member. Actually, I was part of one of the last chapters of Delta Epsilon Chi, which I know some of the advisors are around during that time. So state officer, chapter officer, competed internationally as well. And I actually went to school for HR initially, and I worked corporate America 6.5 years in that field. COVID hit. I'd always been doing this little side hustle of my business lifestyle wellness, and I actually just took that during COVID, and which was kind of a crazy time to run and open up a business, but I did that. And then so that's kind of how I ended up with it. But Deca along the way and everything that I learned from sitting in your guys' seats all the way up to now really shaped me and provided me the tools to get to be that successful business owner, both corporate and then also now my own.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm a law student right now, and I co-own and cooperate nonprofit with Gage down at the end there. So as far as my path goes, I mean, any sort of job I got through college, any internship I got, any clerkship that I have now, anything I accomplished in my life was largely because of the skills I got by participating in Deca. So it's awesome to see all of you in the crowd today, and you're getting that path for yourselves and gaining the skills you need to be successful and give yourself a leg up on the competition. So that's my little spiel, since I haven't really entered the industry yet like most people up here, but I just wanted to share that and encourage all of you that you're making an important step today.
Well, I've been with Fastenal for about 23 years now. So I didn't bounce around a whole lot. I found a company that I really enjoyed, and they provided me 3 core things. And first two are, I believe, most important, and that is opportunity and challenge. The third that they've always provided me then is pay. That's a good thing. That's why I love go to work. But the 2 that were really important to me was that I always had a way to move up, and I knew that if an individual was willing to do the work that it took to promote and was able to learn the skills that they needed, there was a team there to support us. So I started as a sales rep in one of the branches of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. I worked my way up to assistant manager within about 9 months, and then I took that store over and ran that for about 10 years. And about 10 years ago, I got an opportunity to move into a more of a leadership role and overseeing all of southeastern Minnesota. And just as of late, I did that for about 10 years, and then now, since July, I moved up to the West Metro in the Twin Cities. So that's kind of my path, and it's been a great journey. Again, you know, I joke because I wasn't in Deca from college, I was in high school, It gave me early on, it gave me a desire and a little bit of knowledge that really sparked my interest towards business. And if it hadn't been for that, I really don't think that I would have even entertained business. I don't know what I'd do, to be honest with you. So that is a great thing. So thank you for listening.
Yeah, so unlike most of you up here, I never was part of Deca. I am now, yeah. I found the organization actually just kind of by happenstance. I just absolutely love what the organization is doing, and I wish I had it back in high school and college, to be honest. So my path is also very different, where it's not linear at all. Started college for commercial aviation, decided that's not the path for me. Went into accounting and finance, so that's actually where my majors are. I spent a couple years in public accounting with KPMG, and decided that's not for me either. And so I then entered into the world of talent staffing and consulting, and been there ever since. So it's just been kind of stepping stones. You don't have to necessarily. One of the things I want to tell y'all, you don't have to know exactly what you want to do right now. You're going to change a lot. Your path is going to be whatever you think it's going to be. Chances are it's going to be very, very different at the end of the day. So just stick with it. You're doing the right steps by just being here today and learning and continuing to grow, because that's what it's all about. So that's what we're hoping.
Well, if you would have asked me 30 years ago what I was going to be doing, it'd be totally different. I thought I'd be working in retail, thought I'd be doing all of that. Because my first degree was in retail sales management. I thought I was going to stay in retail sales. I liked it. The reality is life changes. My encouragement to every single one of you is when a door opens up, don't be scared of a door opening, walk through it. Because the catch of it is you're going to have opportunities that are going to come knocking on your door every single day. If you're going to listen to the naysayers, they're going to tell you you're not good enough, you're not able to do it. If Einstein would have listened to all the naysayers, with everything going on, we wouldn't have electricity today. The reality is, there's a lot of opportunities that are open up for you. I was told at times I was never smart enough, or you wouldn't be good enough, or you had some learning disabilities, you had ADHD. You can't achieve anything. Be happy with second best. Don't settle for second best. I've learned that because I had special ed in high school, and they said, oh, you're going to be good, just get into some retail program, you're going to be good, that's where you're going to thrive. Reality is, I got into retail, I liked it, but I wasn't happy. I turned around and went into the business world, got in the business world for a while, and I did very well, thrived, and became a director in a company, and the company got bought out. Didn't know what I was going to do. Forced me to go out and start something on my own. And the beautiful thing of it is, if it wasn't for them forcing me to go through that door, I wouldn't have ended up with 3 different doctorates now today. I wouldn't be owning several different companies. I have stable income coming in all the time because I actually was forced to go through that door. When you step through an opportunity that is there before you, you got to seize the moment. Who would have ever thought that I would be involved in nutraceutical products? I never thought that. Would I ever think I own a website development and harvesting company? Never thought that. If you had asked me if I would think I'd have people working for me full-time all around the globe, I would have never believed you. The reality is you have to seize that moment. Walk through that door. You don't know what's on the other side of that door. Most of the time when you step out on faith into something you're not aware of, you're going to find something beautiful. Something wonderful is going to happen. It's called success. If you do fall, you stumble, just pick yourself up and keep going. That's the key. That's what we teach you here at Deca, is this. When you do stumble, you don't do the best performance. You go in and you do the trial and the error. And you do the struggles. And you do, right, this, our competitions that you're going to do at CDC are designed to teach you what it's like in the business world. You're going to go out there and you're going to be where doors are going to close in front of your face. People are going to tell you, oh, that's not a good enough pitch. But guess what? Keep pursuing it. When you do that, something great is going to happen. You're going to find success.
There, I think it's great. I'm hearing opportunity, seize the moment. It sounds like a lot of luck up here. Is that fair? Like we're kind of lucky? Maybe. No. Well, here's what I believe about luck. Luck is actually the intersection where preparation meets opportunity. Okay. So all of you being here, right, working through these exercises, learning some of that resilience or those interview skills, those real world applications. I always told my students, Do you want to mess up in front of judges who are going to give you feedback on how you can be better, or do you want to risk it in the real world where you may not have a job the next week? You guys are, lucky, right? You're seizing the opportunity to prepare yourselves. My story. Any ALC graduates in here? Anyone know what that means? Okay, well, if you do, you don't. Yeah. So sometimes they call it, something last chance. Okay. Yeah. See, you guys know what I'm talking about. I graduated as a super duper senior. Okay. My family didn't come from a lot. There was a point where I lived out of my car. Blah blah blah. Boy, it's been a hell of a journey, and I'm really lucky and grateful that I had people supporting me and pushing me to get my get my high school diploma done. Boy, so I taught for about 4 years. I'll get to that point. Do you think, as an ALC student, I ever thought I'd be a teacher? Sometimes things change, and you just got to seize those opportunities as they come. I worked in nursing for about 20 years over the course of my career, and I thought I wanted to be a nurse. That was a few years in, right? So I moved to go to school, and I saw the automotive area. Boy, that looked entertaining. I'd always kind of been a backyard mechanic, right? So I jumped in. I was nervous because they wanted a 4.0. I didn't know if I had the components to make it through college classes, right? But luckily I found that. I found a support group. I found a network. And I think that's one of the things a lot of us have found with Deca is that support group, that networking with individuals like yourselves. So I just couldn't be more thankful. But then I went from auto mechanics into sales and marketing. I worked for Toyota for about 10 years. That was a fantastic opportunity. Loved it. Left there, taught for a few years, and then decided I wanted to follow my passions on my own terms. So, mechanics, consulting, I love it. I couldn't be happier and very lucky for the opportunity that Deca provided me. I think it made me a very, very lucky individual. So, thanks for listening.
Awesome, thank you for your feedback. Starting with James on this question, how did you become involved in Deca, and how has your involvement shaped your career path?
Oh boy, okay, so I think I got a little taste of that, but I'm going to be honest, nitty-gritty with you because I know that some of you are here just like me. First day of class, those of you that know Terry Green, he was an advisor, he was my mentor. I walk into class and on the top of the whiteboard it says, Deca meeting, 11 a.m. Friday. We get through class, we're running syllabus, and we get through all the syllabi, it's like 5th hour or something. I said, Terry, what is this Deca thing that I see on the board? What is this Deca thing? And he goes, well, it'll give you a lot of special privilege. I like special privilege, right? Like I'm starting this new program, I want special privilege, so you should check it out. So I went to a meeting, and they encouraged me to go to state, which was a couple weeks after I joined Deca. Boy, was I nervous. I had no idea what I was expecting, and it was so awesome. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. I got in, got dirty, got a lot of good feedback, right? Like, was it my perfect presentation that first year? No. Did I work like heck to try to make it my perfect presentation, only kind of knowing what Deca is? A lot of you are having a hard time understanding what the Independent Development Conference is going to be in February. Maybe yes, maybe no. Some of us are okay. Sometimes it's hard to explain to others is where I'm trying to go with this, right? For those of you that have been there before, the opportunity that you have. So did I completely answer that? I feel like I'm not paying attention.
I think you did pretty good.
Okay, all right. Thanks for listening again.
Well, I would say, when I first got involved with Deca was when I was at Minneapolis College. Back then I was at Minneapolis Technical Community College, and I got involved in it not by choice. I was told I had to. Didn't know. Just stepped through the door, showed up, and all of a sudden I found great success because once again, you show up and apply yourself. That's the key. You find out what we are, find out what we do, we challenge you. And when they started to challenge me, I thrived. I loved it. And that's the key. I think you're going to find what you're going to like when you're challenged and it pushes you to the next level. Any gamers in here? Don't you get the challenge, you want to pick up and you want to beat the other person? Guess what? That's what Deca does. Brings up this challenging side of you.
You're not here to make an enemy or to take somebody else down. You're out there to win and have success. And that's what we teach you to do, is how to accept that success. And sometimes it's hard for people to accept the success. Sometimes they want to see defeat. Reality is, here we're going to show you how to thrive and accept that success and go on to the next level.
I fear my story isn't as entertaining as James's. So I got roped in to Deca originally. I was looking for something to do from a board standpoint, from a board of directors standpoint. I was originally added to the business advisory board since I was never a member of Deca. And a few years after that, we all rolled into one board of directors for Collegiate Deca. And I, at that point, joined my first, I attended my first CDC. As just kind of an observer of it, and I was blown away, to be honest. It was so cool. I'm in the talent space, and I'm always looking for what are the organizations out there that are preparing students, preparing the next generation. And what I saw at that first CDC was, this is it. These students are working their tails off. Because I'll say I didn't do that in college. I wish I would have, right? And these are the students that are putting in the extra mile. These are the ones that I want to hire. I'm going to be a part of this thing. So it's been probably, 8-9 years since my first CDC. So that's my story of how I got roped in.
So I actually got involved in high school, like I said, in Deca, and I'm going to be really honest with this group. I got involved in Deca because we had a work program that I heard you could get out of class half a day, or get out of school half a day every day. And what was really interesting is that it was like through a work program. So I went, I worked at Life Touch, not super business. I took pictures of children at a portrait studio. Not a super, business heavy job, but I did get to meet a teacher that was very engaged and kind of forced us into it. He was really direct and taught us a lot. And like I said, he really sparked an interest and also trained me. And my father was a pressman, union pressman. So I really had no idea about business. I actually come from a long line of entrepreneurs, but it kind of skipped my parents' generation. So it kind of woke a little bit of something I think that was inherent in me. And so it was good, and it kind of led me down the path of business. Just so I can get out of class or get out of school, a few hours each day. Fast forward to my job here at Fastenal, we started working with Deca. I got to know James a little bit and Jennifer, and we started working together on these, in some of these events, with judging and things like that. But it's just been a real inspiration. I'm super proud to be a part of it, and I learned from all these panelists. I learned from all of you guys. You guys never cease to amaze me when I am judging or working with you guys. So that's my story.
I actually first got involved in Deca when I was a sophomore in high school, I think. At that point, I was a pretty terrible student. I was struggling with why does the name of this matter? Why care what Shakespeare said in 1600? That just wasn't my deal. Deca was the first time I was in a classroom, and I was like, oh, I really like this. This seems like something I want to do in the future. And it made me take school more seriously. It made me take, frankly, my life more seriously, that there is something after school. So I got really involved in high school. I used to high schooler, and when I went to college, I remained involved. I went to Minnesota State Moorhead, and I got involved in my Deca chapter there, became an officer there. I became a state officer, like you'll see a couple of state officers today, and then I became an international officer too. Then I graduated a couple years ago. It really changed my life, to be honest. I probably wasn't going in a great direction, and then Deca made me take myself more seriously, made me apply myself, and because of that, I am in law school now, and I've done all sorts of other things that probably would have happened if Deca hadn't come across my life.
So I actually knew about Deca in high school, but unlike some of our friends here, I didn't want to leave school to go to work. I was too involved in school to take on that opportunity, but when I found myself going to Minnesota School of Business, which is no longer around, but we had a pretty large chapter when I was in Deca with you guys here. I was taking business class and I heard about it, and I remember hearing about the high school. I never did anything. I went to a meeting, guys, there were 4 of us at that meeting, and that first time I stepped in, and the advisor at the time said, each one of you gets a leadership role. I'm like, I know nothing about this organization really, and you want me to do something with it. I was thrown into the VP role, and it was the best decision ever. I went on to every event that Deca offered, just like these, became a state officer, and have come back ever since. That was back in the mid-2000s. And have been an alumni ever since, board of directors, alumni, judging, anything that is thrown at me. It's because this organization has done so much for me in your guys' seats that it's valuable for me to come back and give back to you guys. There's nothing like this organization, so take in what everyone's saying up here to you guys, like what our experience has been, and then what you will hear later on throughout the day in this event, like just take it in. Whether or not you're like this overwhelming, it's okay. That's what it's here for, and just live in the moment and take it on.
Well, we're not trying to overwhelm you, but we are going to push you outside your comfort zone a little bit. Right.
Orlando, Florida, that's what got me hooked. Our advisor, I remember, very similar to Breeze, right? Kind of throwing into it, and what really appealed to me, not so much missing school, but man, a trip down to Orlando, Florida, heck yeah, I would love that. We did that, we did Salt Lake City, Utah, we did Anaheim, California, so kind of got into it for extended travel, but I'm very glad that I got involved. I got involved at the chapter level. Now I'll try to be as involved as possible as an alumni. I think probably the biggest thing that I took out of Deca was what you guys are doing right now. You're going the extra mile. You can go to all your college classes, learn things, get your degree, go clock in at work Monday through Friday, and just continue your life. But you guys are taking that extra step of, I want to learn more than the other students in my class. I want to have an edge on my competition. And I took that forward into my career in the insurance industry. In the insurance industry, you learn from like guinea pigs, and guinea pigs are your clients. I didn't want to learn that way. I didn't want someone to call up and say, hey, this happened to me, am I covered? And me think, maybe let's find out. So I took this approach to a sense in my career that I need to learn as much as I can proactively so my clients aren't guinea pigs. A lot of it was podcasts, YouTube videos, traveling to different conferences. So I think Deca is probably what kicked that off for me, is going the extra mile with my education, being a little bit more proactive than what my competitors are, so that my clients aren't my guinea pigs when I'm learning things.
Well, Zach and I went to high school and college together, so I won't give you the same story. We can keep moving. Very much the same.
All right, we're gonna do one final question for our panel. What do you wish you would have known when you were starting out that would have been helpful for young leaders?
It's not as scary as you think, would be my answer. A lot of people think that, even if you think about when you left high school going to college, you probably thought it was going to be a little bit scary, but then you get there, everything worked out fine, you found friends, good club here, you're able to make it here. Same thing when you get into the workforce. It's not as scary as you think it's going to be. Really, you're going to learn a lot of stuff through your classes, your education in school. Most of the stuff you're going to learn once you actually get on the job. So, don't be scared.
You decide what path you take and what actions you take, so that's what I just got done talking about and expanding on that. If you're working a day job that you don't like, you can keep doing it and grinding it out, just collect the paycheck. If it's something that you do like, I would highly encourage you to put in that extra effort. I remember probably 6 years ago, someone was asking me, hey, how have you found success in this industry? And I broke it down. Okay, Monday through Friday, I'm working these hours. Saturday, I'm working another 5-6 hours or so. Add that up across 12 months. I looked them in the face and said, hey, I'm working 15 months to your 12 months. I'm not any smarter. I'm not any better at what I do with my work. I just simply outwork you. I outwork most of my competition. I saw that with a vision. I knew that wasn't going to be my life forever. Now I'm probably working 25 hours a week, maybe. And I would like to see that down to 20. But it's all because I put in that extra effort. I found out, hey, this is the industry that I want to devote myself to, and put in that extra effort. So that's what I would recommend for you guys. If you are in a position where you see yourself there long term, you want to take it as seriously as possible, outwork everyone else that's in that industry, outlearn everyone else that's in that industry, and you'll have immense success.
I'd say that it's not the score on the sheet that matters, it's your experience that matters. Because done many competitions, and that word is scary in itself when you hear it say, you're gonna compete in an event, you're gonna compete in an event. Don't look at the score, look at the comments that they're giving you. Look at the feedback, take in that feedback and get better from it. And just believe in yourself, because you are the only person that's standing in the way. The score that's on the sheet is not what's determining your future and where you're going, or what someone else says that's maybe sitting on the other side of the table. What we're saying is just advice from what we've experienced. You get to design your own path and how that plays out for you. So the little piece of sheet and feedback or whatever you get along the way in your journey, don't let that stop you from doing what your passion and your drive is, because only you can design that future.
Two very quick things. Whether you're starting on Deca, whether you're starting out in your job, whatever it may be. First, don't count yourself up no matter what. You're as capable as you think you are. That's totally true. Mind over matter always. Second part, do not be afraid to make mistakes. The mistakes are usually not permanent, and they're only permanent if you don't learn from them. So always put yourself out there, ask questions, and if you make a mistake, you learn from it and you go from there. That's how you're going to get better at anything.
I think that early on in my career, something that I wish that I would have known is the ability to recognize opportunity for exactly what it was and maybe grab onto it a little bit harder. There were times when I was so fixated on my outcome or the outcome that I wanted that I wouldn't allow for any other outcome to be possible. And I think I missed some opportunities early on. And so again, that's something that I wish I had known earlier, is to really, I think this whole panel has said something to the effect that we were all kind of saying the same thing, walk through the door, understand an opportunity for what it is and really be on the lookout for them and be willing to change if it does come up. That's something I wish that I had known a little earlier.
Yeah, something I wish somebody would have told me when I was sitting out there like with you guys back in the day was how important EQ is versus IQ and that pendulum back and forth. So the EQ, the emotional quotient, really the communication, the ability to read a conversation. You're all smart enough, you're already here, right? You made that decision to be here. So the IQ piece of it's there, but the communication I'm seeing, the EQ of students that are coming out of college, it's setting you apart. So if you struggle with whatever it might be, communication or getting out there, step outside your comfort zone, like James said, everything great is just right outside your comfort zone. Just do it. Chances are there's other people in the room that are equally as scared to do the same thing you are, right? They're there for the same exact reason. So work on the communication as much as humanly possible, whether it's written or verbal. It can go a long ways in the business world. I've worked with some not very intelligent individuals that are extremely good at communicating, and they've got a long way. So communication is what I would say.
Only 3 things I'm going to suggest to you. Show up, engage, and have fun. That's the key.
Gosh, I don't know if y'all left me with much. I would say that the thing that I wish I would have known early on is that I just needed to truly follow my heart, right? Work from instinct. I feel very blessed to say that, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. I feel like I'm at that point, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there's hard days. There's a lot of long hours and work that goes into what I'm doing, but if you find that path that you really enjoy, it really is very easy. And I would say one of the things that I really love about Deca, excuse me, and some of my chapter members is, it gives you an opportunity to compete in different areas. If you decide you don't like it, isn't it great that you figured that out now? Right? And you've tried something, and those skills will transfer. I kind of shared with you, I've been in a few different industries and so am, and I love it. So I'm just thankful for all of our opportunities. Thanks, Deca.
Thank you for all of your insight. This concludes our panel discussion. Thank you.
Thank you to our keynote panel for sharing your time and expertise with us today. If you haven't already, follow us on social media and don't forget, November is Deca Month and a great time to raise awareness and help in your community. And while we're talking about getting involved, don't forget to share your Innovation Summit experience via social media with the hashtag DecaInnovates. Snap, tweet, and post your day. At this time, we would like to take a moment to thank the industry leaders, alumni, and business partners that make this and all of our conferences possible. Their continued service and financial support make it possible for us to offer experiences that make a difference with Minnesota Collegiate Deca. Thank you for your support.
If anyone can speak to the difference Collegiate Deca makes for our members, it is our family of alumni. As former members, chapter officers, state officers, and international officers, our alumni have leveraged the network and skills they built to be Collegiate Deca to become industry leaders and experts. Not only do these dedicated folks help make each and every conference possible, they can serve as mentors and potential employers for you, our members. In the next half hour, you will get the opportunity to network with Collegiate Deca alumni from across the state of Minnesota. These alumni represent many industries and can be a resource for you as you step into your career. By building a connection to the past, we hope you can build a brighter future. Here's how it will work. Your mission is working in teams of 2 to find an alum that matches the fun facts on the scavenger hunt sheet you were given when you checked in. You will need to introduce yourself professionally and chat with each alum in order to find out what fun facts they match. Once you have found a match, ask the alum for a business card. Jordan and I will also be in the room to make connections with you. At the end of the session, bring all of your business cards to Jordan and me up here. And for every 3 alumni business cards you have, each of you will receive a raffle ticket. State officer business cards are worth 1 raffle ticket too. Your raffle tickets enter you into a drawing for Deca merch. At this time, I would like to invite our alumni to take their places around the room.
I think you guys should just move around, see if you can get them to follow you.
Say what?
Don't forget
Move
to
around,
take
see
this
if you can get people to
opportunity
follow
to meet new
Oh, I
folks.
love that idea.
Networking
Sorry,
starts
I
now.
need to get some paper about the thing. Do you have any paper? Is that?
I don't know if I have that one, the alumni one.
Yep.
I do not have a copy of the alumni one. Just write it down on a piece of paper.
But I didn't bring any paper here.
There should be some, should have been that on the table.
But
Find a partner who has a
Yeah,
piece of paper.
we all, why is it have this paper? I don't have it. I don't have any paper about that.
Just
Use that
share
thing?
with them. Yep, you can ask stuff off of there, but you can collect the business cards yourself. We're going to send a set of signatures. My apologies. I was trying to help somebody else. All right, I am your autonomous moving vehicle for the day. We're going to go meet some alumni. Ready? Can you hear me? All right, here we go. And we're going to go. There was.
You're the main man.
Thank you for your time, John.
Just need $5. Go. Max. My name's John. I'm just You're like trying to do, y'all judge me right now. Like, what one is, what do you got so far? No, that's pretty cool though. Y'all were all I wasn't a part of that. I was never in that. I might have been out but not really. Everybody else? Maybe the website. What? Let's see. I would say probably Lenny said
What he said was just like, you got to want to be hard. I'm spiritual, like, hard, just say, just like, don't care. Put like your life savings on I watched this on chance. That's why I did it. And finally, I'm gonna fail. Like, you think, you have to see that second head, guy, right? I get like 4 or 5 minutes. How do you feel like you back up back? That's a certain much. I think it's not so. The deal is not to you're just supposed to ask questions. If you ask questions, you ask questions. I'm signing off. If somebody finds the virus, that's what is it? That's pretty cool. Well, it's fine. I don't know. I know it's hard to know. A lot of my friends are doing for moms that have been for like 20 years and she's if it's 2000. I'm not in real estate. What do I do? I still run. I turn up. I mean, I would say I was like a high school kid, early college, super shy, hated soccer. That's when I started that skill. Learning that. I'd say for me, it was growing up I grew up with what you do to it. Go and do it. We're a finance accountant. I used to marketing staff. I got into it because it was in public accounting during the recession. And I decided that I'm going to start helping people or know why to tell people and problem with it. Not sure. I actually started as a consultant this one's stayed off. I've never done it. Nope. All right, we'll listen in the morning time. I'm not sure. Hey, no, I said no. So get it. So you're asking questions. Hey, thank you. So you get that's don't just go. You like. Where are you from? Melbourne. Awesome. Good question. Change everything. Everything's different. So, in the world I live in, it's talent consulting type of world. And what's awesome about it is I'm not selling patents. My product is no, every product, every single patent. Every patent is goods and patents. So knowing that and also like who's on the top too as well, they're all people. So it's like selling the tangible side to the tangible customer. It's amazing. Some days are maybe like classes, even when there's like something that's super weird, people do weird things. So like, do weird things at my client's office. I'm like, call me like, hey, we gotta get rid of Terry because she did a weird thing. I'm like, oh, that's really weird. But that's kind of cool. Like I can now add it to my story of like, business. So just finding it, trying to happen. Any questions? Oh God. I would say the weirdest thing is I had a dude that I was paying him $95 an hour. He was on site. I won't name the company, but it's a Fortune 500. It was about 3 or 4 weeks into his project. We started walking around without shoes on and some shoes and socks. So I called him and tell him, you gotta wear shoes and socks. And he proceeded to tell me that it's like he's a Wiccan and it's like Holy Week or something. He was like going down to like lunches and stuff. It was like, well, bro, you still gotta wear your shoes and socks. That was probably like yeah. Yeah. So It's one I flipped. Ask questions. Love it. I'm getting outside your comfort zone. Do your thing. That was huge. I'm proud of all of you. All outside. Which one? What's the world one? Which ones do you have marked out? Did you find your pattern? Let's go.
We're probably done.
Okay, cool.
As it turns out, I was trying to type things and I forgot to start the timer. That's what happens when you give me 9 jobs. It doesn't work out.
Part of the task is just
All right, for the contest part, I think you guys are just going to stay on the Zoom call. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch you on to a team, and then your teammates are going to be responsible for moving you about and talking to you and making you work. Make sense? All right. Then I don't have to be the economist individual.
About 3 minutes, so please shut your conversations.
Works better when I hit start at the timer.
Okay, that's fine. You're good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, we got five tickets for each one. All right, so now we're just gonna chill for a little bit and all that good stuff. I'm sorry, I missed that. That will be explained very, very shortly. I believe Jenny should have sent you a document with the papers in it, I would think. What it's going to be is like, have you guys ever seen like Shark Tank? Where you go in and you pitch an idea? Okay. So I'll give you the challenge a little bit early. Can you guys hear me well enough? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. How's it spelled though? So I'm looking right up to my girlfriend. Like St. John in Arabic. Say that one more time. Hanno. Yes. I like the original. Yeah. It sounds so much cooler. I'm a sales manager for an IT marketing consultant. I could have guessed that you have the sales. No, I was on the Deca board of directors for 7 years. Somewhere there, design stuff going on, kids all in sports activities and stuff. I still come back and do with them and stuff. Super cool organization. I was never part of that. Never part of that. First like time I that CDC that conference every time it's like off. No, it's a big one. Oh yeah, it's like an 80 state. Yeah. Super cool. Like it's awesome. I went to this organization. Yeah, we actually just my future is really that's 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's been that episode. It's like a very project. That sounds like a church level opportunity. Oh, cool. This is John also. It's actually not possible. It's actually not cool. It is. It looks like what it's up.
Sorry about that, I had to do the email. Apparently I'm back. So I had to do a little text messaging there. I've got some employees waiting. Our prom shop, unfortunately, yesterday there was a water main breakage in the store next to us and it flooded our store. So we're having to deal with some insurance stuff and getting it dried out and all that stuff. Fun stuff. Barrels of business ownership, I guess. I think we're going to have a small break after this to do this. So. This after.
Yes, that should be next.
Okay. I will be back in a little bit.
These are virtual beats?
Yeah.
Hi, virtual peeps. How we doing? Sorry, I probably. What's that? We're breaking up just a little bit. I think what I'm hearing from everyone is that the connection's a little bit unstable. So I will do two things with you. You're supposed to collect business cards, right?
Yeah, I'll get you a chat.
So you can collect my business card, all right? But I'm going to do you one better. Do you all have your phone? Can you get your phone out? Everyone pull their
write
phone.
it down in my notepad.
Write down your notepad. They got, okay. Thank you. I probably should have one of those on me. Okay, everyone.
Just these two. We're missing those guys.
Oh.
Yep, there we go. We got it.
Okay. Everyone has their phone. Scan that. Scan that with your phone. How cool is that? So I apologize. I have stopped the video in an effort to try to give us better sound quality. Does it seem like it's a little bit better for the sound quality? A little bit. Okay, not great. So we're collecting fun facts. It's still a little bit better. Which one do you think's mine, or do you want to ask? Do you want to ask me some questions? Why does everyone keep going there first? I don't. Yes, that's my fun fact. Sure. Yep. I'm with you. I like that. Thank you. And I will say, we are looking for help, and you all now know how to get a hold of me. So keep that in mind if that is something you want to dabble with during the summer months, etc. Always happy to take someone else on there. I'm not the hiring individual there. I just get to play. If Shannon, if you are if you do enjoy that stuff, like I said earlier, you probably heard in the conference there. Do what you love. Have some fun. Follow your heart. So I know I'm sounding sappy, but I tell you, it's really worked well for me, and I couldn't be. I just feel so blessed. Yeah. Any other questions or anything I can help you with? I know quality is not great. That probably sounds super choppy.
All right, we are going to come back.
Go ahead. Oh,
So, welcome back.
you are
Nice job networking, everyone. Make sure you bring your cards to your state officers. To give us time to get your cards counted for tickets, we will take a 15-minute break. Please help yourself to refreshments and snacks. When the 15-minute timer expires, please return to your seats and get ready for the innovation challenge.
I've still got time. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Can you type it?
I got it ready. I didn't start. And then I walked away from it. So the two things.
You like those?
I got you. Feel like I'm sort of that, but not.
Boy, this thing is slow. It's just not. This one seems like it's rocking and rolling well. This one doesn't seem like it.
Yeah,
it's a processing thing.
Well, this is a laptop that can handle doing tab design, and that's a Chromebook.
Oh, yeah.
I get why you didn't say that, but that's
I think I'm going to work on maybe trying to get this. I think it's the processor on this Chromebook, because you guys are viewing everything in real time on the YouTube page, I imagine. Yeah.
I rated it.
I'm getting some nods.
College
Okay.
kids are good at finding free things, let me tell you.
I think everyone's taking a little bit of a break, if you all can hear me okay. So I would encourage you to do the same. Get up, walk around, shake it out. have some snacks, and then we'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Sound good? Oh, it's so. Thank you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Close this?
No.
No.
That all stays open.
Do you want to use my computer? That really sucks.
Somebody running a computer at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Did we press start?
Oh.
Yeah, I pressed start this time.
I'm sorry. I didn't. The mute wasn't on when I said that.
More time for networking is fine. Okay.
That's what I think.
Are we? So it's like a networking / computer science kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Well, this is them exchanging their tickets. It's literally giving them time to do that. Plus, we get a 15-minute break so that people can have snacks.
Am I judging or tabulating?
You were,
I'm kind of like,
I think I have one judge that may or may not be here, and so I told you three out of judging so that I could plug somebody in if I need to.
just let me know.
Okay.
Yes, you're judging.
Ooh. Like she's going down.
She's pretty wily. Oh my goodness, I'm sweating. It's a lot of work carrying around a laptop.
Like you were.
No, but I narrated the entire time so that they're not just sitting there seeing me not talking. And despite potential thought processes, I am actually pretty much an introvert. I hide being an introvert well, but I am an introvert.
I'm an introvert too.
I don't like. I know. I think that's what people are a little bit like.
Not me.
for taking the time to give back to Minnesota Collegiate Deca and connect with you. Thank you, alumni.
It is time to put the knowledge you gained from our keynote panel of experts to work in an innovation challenge. This challenge is a team challenge. Your teams have been chosen randomly. Take a look at your name badge now. On your name badge, you will find your team number. On the screen above, we have listed the table that your team will meet at and work from for the challenge preparation period. You will also find this in the handout you received when you registered today. Please make sure you identify who is on your team and find the correct table for the challenge preparation. Please make your way to your assigned table now.
All right, I'm gonna bring you guys to your table.
Make sure all of your team members have the same number as you.
This is the hardest part, and I don't know why. Front of your tag, front of your tag, front of your tag.
We're all there?
Front of your tag.
Side of the tag. Are we all there?
Good job, guys. All right. Before we get to the rules, let's make sure you have found your team. Each team should have 4 to 5 members. Take a moment now to check that each of your team members has the same team number on their badge. If you need assistance, raise your hand and one of our conference staff will be there to help you. Now that we have our teams, let's lay out the rules. Once the challenge has been issued, you will have 60 minutes to collaborate with your team to create a 5-minute presentation addressing the challenge. At the end of the 60-minute prep period, your team will present to judges 3 times in a roundtable style. Your team will present alongside other teams at your assigned tables in each round. Each team will have 5 minutes to present, followed immediately by 1 minute for feedback from your judge. After all teams have presented at your table, your team will then have 2 minutes to collaborate and adjust while moving to your next round of judging. After your 3rd presentation, scores will be tabulated and the top 5 teams will present to a panel of judges and the entire conference. The winning team will win free registration to the Minnesota Career Development Conference in February. Woo! And now, the challenge. Your challenge is create a business, product, or service that helps businesses recruit and retain employees. Your business, product, or service may be local, online, national, or global. Your idea should help businesses address the labor shortage and the underlying reason for the shortage. Your team's 5-minute presentation should do the following. First, introduce your team. Identify your business, product, or service. Then identify your target market for your business, product, or service. Identify strategies for growing your business, product, or service for each. Estimate costs to start or implement your business, product, or service. Identify how you, as the owner or project director, are invested in this idea. And then clearly state why your business, product, or service is needed and how it benefits the investor to get involved. At this time, we would also like to invite the advisors to make their way to the veranda or their Zoom call for the advisor roundtable. Members, your time begins now. Good luck.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah, he was like, I don't think we're in spot. He was like, no, I didn't at all. I didn't think none of us thought that. I didn't think. Your delegation, no, like we're here and I'm like, I'm sorry. And if it had to be more, if you yeah. You guys do anything? We've got a little bit of time. Water, coffee. I might go sit outside. Run out of it's cool.
period has passed. I will now go over how the judging will work. In each round of judging, each team will have 5 minutes to present. We will let you know when the 5-minute period has passed. After each presentation, your team will have 1 minute for feedback from your judge. After all teams have presented and received feedback, teams will have 2 minutes to collaborate and adjust their presentation before the next round of judging begins. On the handout, you will find a table that lays out where your team will present each round. Please review this information and make your way to your first table. We invite our judges to make their way to their assigned tables at this time.
Welcome, thank you.
I'm so excited. Announcement, we will only be using odd tables for judging, so if you want to pull chairs from the even tables or more seating, feel free. Please make sure you decide in what order your teams are presenting to the judge. Judges, if you are ready to go, would you give me a thumbs up, please? All right, Deca members, the first round of judging begins now. You have 30 seconds remaining to present. Five minutes have passed. The 1-minute feedback period begins now. One minute has passed. Please. Next round judging. The next 5-minute presentation period begins now. You have 30 seconds remaining to present. Your 5 minutes is up. The 1-minute feedback period begins now. 1 minute has passed. I now ask each get ready to present to the judge. The next presentation period begins now.
What were you saying? Maybe we could. Like you're saying, it's like in order to retain yeah, I just you may ask
So, for the retaining the marketing team or the advertiser that we talked about, retaining this is what I have right now. Yeah, I feel like we did really good. We're still in the judging round, so let's say next year. 30 seconds to finish the presentation. Five minutes have passed. The 1 minute feedback period begins now. Teams now have 2 minutes to capture and make ready for their next round of judging.
Yeah, it's okay.
You guys going to 9 minutes?
Teams should be at your next table and we are ready to start the next round of judging. The second round begins now.